Hiya! Welcome! I hope the lighting's alright for this video. I just wanted to do a quick video and show you some of my recent music purchases. It's the evening now and this is the first chance I've had all day to actually do any filming. And I've had some great stuff, something that's come today and then some other things that have come over the last week or two. And I'd love to show you right now, so let's just get going with this. What came today? It looks like it's going to be a record. It isn't, it's a CD. Doesn't sound that exciting, but it's what came with it that's really the exciting bit. I opened it already because I wasn't entirely sure what it was, and then I remembered what was due. Something that came out. This is literally a new release, and it was from the band's own official web store as well. It is this. Probably can't see that very well. It's quite a dark cover, but it is the new Pet Shop Boys album, Hotspot. And it is still sealed. I have not listened to this. Not really much to look at, and this light, this artificial light, doesn't show things up particularly brilliantly either. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why did a little CD come in such big packaging? Well, the CD, which I think cost me $10.99 plus another £2-ish in postage, I pre-ordered it a few months ago, but anyone who pre-ordered early got a free gift. And I love the free gift, it's fantastic. It is a 12-inch signed print of the album cover. And it is of course signed by Chris Lowe and Neil Tennant of the Pet Shop Boys. And like properly signed, this isn't a reproduction, they actually sat and signed each one individually. So a lot of people who pre-ordered this quite early, be it on CD, there's a 2 CD set where the second disc is the instrumental version of the album, and there's obviously a vinyl record version, and there's a cassette version for this Hotspot album this time as well. But I've got the standard 1 CD version. But many of us got these signed prints. I think I would like to get this framed and put up somewhere at some point. So I'm going to try and keep it nice. It was a little bit creased at the sides when I got it. That was probably just how it was packed, but that doesn't matter. It's still going to look great once it's been put in a frame. So I thought that was really cool to get that as a free gift just for pre-ordering early. It pays to pre-order, kids. But obviously I can't tell you what the album's like. I love the Pet Shop Boys. I've been a fan of them for, God, at least 30 years or more now. So I'm really excited to listen to their brand new studio album, Hotspot. Okay, just a few other things to show you. I'll do this one first. This was something that I did mention in a previous vinyl haul video. It was something that I bought from Bandcamp that was taking a while to come. And then the actual artist, he got in touch with me and he apologised and said, oh, sorry, Bandcamp didn't alert me to this sale, because he was used to people buying his music from his own website and things like that rather than Bandcamp. This came from New York and I love this album so much. This is Picture Plane with Degenerate, or Degenerate I think. I'd waited quite a while for this. I'd ordered it in early November and then finally came here early January. And I put this on and it was worth the wait. I'd streamed a couple of the tracks on Bandcamp before buying it. I knew I would love the album, and I do. And it's just brilliant. It's got a nice insert there with a lyric sheet on it. This is on Alien Body Music, which is also the name of Picture Plane's kind of fashion label, and his general website where he sells his clothes and his music. And I'm getting the disc out, the actual vinyl record, because I want to show you this really cool blood red and almost purple spatter, deliberately discoloured vinyl. That looks absolutely amazing. I think this was actually the first coloured disc that I'd got in my whole collection. And I've got a lot of vinyl records over the last 6 months or so, as you know. This album, Degenerate, was released in 2018, so getting on for a couple of years old. I ordered it from Bandcamp, but I think it's available on his website as well, but I do recommend going through Bandcamp as you're able to stream the music to listen to it before you decide whether to buy or not, and you can buy even more stuff digitally, as it were. But that is just a brilliant album. How can I describe Pictureplane's music? I was a little familiar with some of his music for a few years, and I just came across him on Bandcamp again. Let me see if I like any of his actual albums. And yeah, I have to say, I'm a convert. I'm a massive fan. His music it's electro. I think it was actually Travis, aka Pictureplane himself, who coined the term witch house, kind of like a horror-themed electro dance music. That's the genre what Pictureplane is, which is a weird term. It seems a bit silly calling something witch house, but listening to it, there's certainly horror theme. You can tell by the cover. It's not exactly your grandparents' favourite album. This came with a really bizarre sticker as well, which I don't think I can put on screen actually, because it might contravene some YouTube decency rules. Maybe I'll send it to one of my giveaway winners or patrons one day and give them a bit of a shock. But anyway, Pictureplane Degenerate, I love that so much, I ended up buying his previous album. And this one is called Technomancer. This wasn't from Bandcamp because he didn't have any vinyl copies left on his Bandcamp page. I did have to get this from a third-party seller on Discogs Marketplace, but it was a really reasonable price. This came sometime last week actually. And there again, another album I love. These are two great albums. I can't decide which one's best. I'm just going to have to listen to them both again very soon and try and make a decision. Not that it matters, because they're just both great anyway. But Technomancer, which came out in 2015. So this is his album prior to Degenerate. There again, we get a nice lyric sheet here. Check out that brilliant dual tone vinyl there, half black, half translucent green. That looks awesome. As far as coloured vinyl goes, that's one of the best I've seen anywhere, and I'm not just saying that because I bought it. That just looks really cool. So I heartily recommend listening to Pictureplane. Just head to bandcamp.com and search for Pictureplane, all one word. Of course, if you're wanting physical copies rather than downloads or streaming, I think his music is available on kind of your general streaming services like Apple Music and Spotify. But if you want actual physical albums, physical music, like I always like to get, if Bandcamp are out of stock, then just go to Discogs Marketplace and do a bit of bargain hunting. That is a fantastic album, as is Degenerate. I love it. Last album that I want to show you today, and I don't know if you remember, but on the previous video I did where I was talking about Bandcamp and a couple of purchases that I've made from it, there's an artist, an Italian guy, now based in London, called MRM, and I bought a great synthwave, almost vaporwave type album from him called, what was it called? IU Venus. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I really enjoyed that album. I can't remember if I'd listened to it before I showed it on the video. I don't think I had, but I have listened to it obviously since, and that was a terrific album. And like Pictureplane, I thought, you know what, I want to get some more of his music on record if possible, and I was able to. MRM, it's his first album, Heaven. Like with Technomancer by Pictureplane, this wasn't available on MRM's Bandcamp page, but I was able to find a seller in Germany on Discogs Marketplace for this. For some reason, this album was pressed in Greece, so there's a lot of Greek sellers, but including postage and everything, and I can't remember the exact price, but I think it was just under £20 all in after conversion. The seller from Germany, and it was a new and sealed copy as well. This album, I don't like this one as much as IU Venus. This one weirdly reminds me a lot of Joy Division, and I'm a massive Joy Division fan, but I think maybe I didn't enjoy it as much because I was expecting it to be much more synth heavy, and there is a lot of synths on here, but it's certainly kind of shoegaze and dark wave, a little bit of dark ambient, touches of post-punk, like with the Joy Division influences, a bit of indie. It's very eclectic. It's a good album. I'm really glad I've got it, and it's got really interesting artwork. I won't bother taking this one out of its sleeve or anything, it's just on standard black vinyl, but it is a great album, and I just wanted to get more of MRM's music after I really enjoyed his other album and his brand new album, and I really should look that up and tell you what that's called, and if I do, I will put it on screen now. I think that is coming out very soon, like within the next week or two, I think. So I'll put the name of that and the information on screen as to the release date, and you will be able to pre-order that or purchase it at Bandcamp, and that's something that I'm hoping to be doing very soon. But yeah, that's just a few records that I've got recently. I just wanted to show you those. Unusual indie artists, kind of self-released in a way, like the sort of labels that they're on are just really tiny cottage industry type labels, but I think it's important to support this kind of real proper indie music, not kind of an independent that's really owned by Sony or someone. You know, this is actual people but making extraordinary music and trying to put it out there for quite a niche number and selection of their fans, really. What have I got coming up purchase-wise regarding music? I will have another 2-pack album in my collection, hopefully tomorrow actually, as I've ordered it on Amazon, and with Prime it's 1-day delivery. I won't tell you which one it is, I'll leave that for a future video, but I'm really excited to add another 2-pack album on vinyl record to my collection, so I will show you that in the next vinyl haul video. I've also got a couple of mini discs coming, which doesn't sound that unusual for me because I do collect mini discs from time to time, but these are really exciting ones as they are recent release mini discs, which is a bit of an anomaly really, because technically record labels haven't released stuff on mini discs since about 2001, 2002, and it is now 2020. So I think I'm going to show those in my next mini disc haul video, which I do those from time to time every few months. So that one will be along fairly soon, I think. So a couple of really interesting purchases to show you in upcoming videos. But that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all my patrons. And I'm going to go now and, well, probably listen to the Pet Shop Boys Hotspot album, as that is the one album that I am yet to listen to from this little haul here. And I do hope that you will join me again next time for my next music collecting video. Cheers everyone.